I'm Cheyenne Labatt. I've been in Rochester for a year and a half. My background, I grew up in San Francisco, California. Moved out to the Midwest for college, and while I was living in the Midwest, met my husband, who was going back to school to become a doctor. So we made it to Rochester about a year and a half ago when my husband got accepted to Mayo Medical School. And so we've been here for a year and a half, and had a great time exploring the city and getting to become more Minnesotan.
I love it. I'm Katie Zupancic-Weimer. I've also been in Rochester for a year and a half now, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. We moved up here from Chicago, so went to school in Nashville and then lived in Chicago doing marketing and event planning. And then my husband started his residency at Mayo. So we also moved up here about a year and a half ago, excited to make Rochester home. Cheyenne and I met about a year ago now, almost exactly a year ago. We were part of an art club in Rochester, and we got randomly paired together to do an art project. And when she asked what kind of art I like to do, I didn't have an answer and said, what I really like to do is eat. And she said, so do I. So we decided that we wanted to, one of our biggest goals was to explore Rochester and really focus on making it home. And we also really liked food. So for the art project, we decided to start exploring Rochester restaurants. And then it quickly evolved into becoming Eat Rocha Men, where we go to different restaurants, take photos, and then talk about the experience and the eats of each restaurant, really trying to tell the story of the different restaurants, talk about their food, but also about why the restaurant's there and what makes it special.
I think it comes really naturally for us because we have such a love for food, and we are really inspired by the places that we visit, and we're lucky that Rochester has such creative and interesting restaurants and eateries. It just makes it pretty easy for us to just roll off the tongue and really, when we're writing about it, really just describe the atmosphere and what we love about it. Just want to accentuate what the chef has created and really put it into words. And luckily for us, that hasn't been too difficult because of our large stomachs.
And I think it comes with a lot of responsibility too. Like Cafe Steam is downtown. I go there all the time. And that one I kind of put off writing just because I felt like a huge responsibility to, I love that place so much. How do you put that into words when you have a little bit of a blurb that you can share? So also figuring out how do we tell the story of the restaurants in a way that shows how important they are to us, so that other people can experience that too. And I think that's what's made Rochester feel like home, by being able to have those kind of experiences, not just getting to eat, which obviously we both love, and I would still be happy with, but we've really got to build some relationships because of Eat Rocha Men, which has been really special.
It's almost been a year into the blog, and so I think, and it was our first summer doing the blog, spring, winter, fall. So I think just going at it more with a knowing eye this time around, because, we're now veterans of Rochester, so we've been through it once, and so we know the events that are coming up annually and seasonally, and really how to embrace those unique experiences at each restaurant. We're more aware of them, and so and after we build these relationships with the restaurateurs and chefs in Rochester, how to build upon those and really get more intimate and more unique posts, as opposed to just the restaurant as a whole.
I'm excited for more Chef's Table, those kind of events, and just letting other people know, unless you happen to find out about them, there's so many things that you can miss that are really cool that maybe you just didn't hear about. So how do we help people learn what other cool foodie events are happening around so that they can come experience all the incredible food that Rochester has to offer?